So, so there was somebody who decided to jump on to my comment section and comment something. And what they said essentially was slightly annoying, but at the same time, I do allow people to come through and say, what's up? Say their piece. So there was a guy, and I never knew who he was, but he's actually somebody that I said name without knowing exactly who he was. His name is Ron Bing Stinger Savage, right? And I made the video about Afrika Bambaataa, and it literally says that he was found guilty in a child trafficking case after freaking A. It's not even showing me the here we go. After a no-show in court. So I did that and I said it that way just in case anybody takes it and run with it the wrong way. And this is exactly what this guy did. He literally said, and I BS you not, he said, get your facts straight. Now, I'm not going to use the swear words because it doesn't make sense right now, this early in the video. He said, get your facts straight in your description. All charges against the Zulu Nation was dismissed. Clown. Bambaataa hit with default because allegedly he was not served. Do you know right now you can get sued for mentioning the Zulu Nation or charges? What dismissed on the ground up abandonment? You know you're talking about before you give out any information, and this is coming from Ron Savage, aka B Stinger. Now, I didn't know exactly who the heck he was, but in my description, I'm gonna read it for you guys. And this is how stupid some of these people are because they're so quick to say something that they forget that wasn't actually said. So what it said was this: hip-hop legend Afrika Bambaataa has officially lost a civil suit involving shocking allegations of child abuse and trafficking after failing to appear in court. So I say exactly why he lost the case. Then it says, this explosive case has rocked the foundation of hip-hop culture, as Bambaataa once hailed as a pioneer of the movement and founder of the universal Zulu Nation. That's what they said. All right? So, it literally says he's now legally liable for horrific abuse claims that spans decades. The default judgment handed down in New York Supreme Court has reignited conversations about accountability abuse in the music industry, the dark side of hip-hop history, with multiple accusations over the years, including earlier claims from Ronald Savage and others. The verdict marks a major turning point. Stay tuned for a full breakdown of the Afrika Bambaataa court case, hip-hop controversy, ex-trafficking lawsuit, legal fallout, and the culture's reaction to this disturbing scandal. So when I said that, I guess he seen that after I pinned this comment and put BTA on what I actually said. Check out this tiny little part because this is pretty important. That you met Bambaataa at a club.
And that's a lie. And that's a lie. That's them writing that, not me. Who started the lie? That's what. Hold on. Before you want me to answer anything, no. I need to know who started that lie. We know who started that lie, but goddamn, I want the world to say it. Goddamn it! Anybody in the chat? Do you know who started that lie?
I just told you the Guardian is my source. So did Bambaataa get in you or not? Did he
you? Nigga, where have you been? Under a rock? I said what I said in 2016, and I got my closure. I got my closure, my.
Now, let me cite my source, all right? My source is the Guardian. The Guardian actually says these things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read y'all parts of this stuff, and then y'all can basically look at it and go for what it is. Because Afrika Bambaataa literally said a bunch of stuff, and not Afrika Bambaataa, but Ron Savage said a bunch of stuff. He even said he wanted to be my friend, and I'm going to be honest, I'm not trying to be friends with a dude that basically smokes weed in excess, okay? So basically what the Guardian says, okay? I'm going to show y'all this real quick because this is what the Guardian says, All right. It says in 2016, a Democratic Party activist and former music industry executive Ronald Savage alleged that Bambaataa had repeatedly abused him in 1980 when he was 15 and Afrika Bambaataa was 23. In 2024, he recanted his allegations, saying that he met Bambaataa at a club. He had used a fake ID to enter. He said Afrika Bambaataa is not a PDF. And in my eyes, he was doing something that was consensual with someone that he thought was of age. He told allhiphop.com. I wish back in 2016, I remembered that part about the fake ID. At the time, the allegations prompted more victims to come forward, with the Rolling Stone reporting that 12 men in total, not including Savage, have accused Bambaataa of impropriety. A man claiming to be a former bodyguard for Bambaataa, Shamsuddin Sharif Ali Bey, said, I walked in on stuff where I was saying, what the F is going on? He travels with late teens. Those are the ones he takes overseas with. When I went with him on tour in the States, I would stay in one room. He would have the boys with him in another room. The musician denied all allegations in a 2016 interview with Fox 5, but left his position as the head of Universal Zulu Nation organization. I never abused nobody. You know, it sounds crazy for me to say that, to hear you abuse me. You know, all the people back then, you know, hundreds of people that been around me. Something like that would have happened. Why no one ever went to any of them? Alongside with Kool Herc, Bambaataa was one of the originators of hip hop and began throwing block parties in the South Bronx. So when I say all that stuff, and you can tell in that video, it seems like Mr. Savage was blatantly denying it. But then all of a sudden, when people get pressed, they always tell the truth. And check out the actual truth. And I'll put up clips of the little Guardian stuff for y'all to read for yourselves. This gets pretty interesting.
This Bambaataa thing, I got my closure.
So did he do it or did he not do it?
Did he not do what? I didn't change my story.
Yes or no? At 15 years old, did Afrika Bambaataa molest you? Yes or no?
I didn't change my story. I added to it. I said when I was 15, I had a fake ID that said I was 18 years old. That's all I said, sir. Anything else I didn't. Anything else, sir. Anything else I did not pull back. And hold on, sir. You asked me a goddamn question. Let me finish my answer. It ain't no but. Don't do that to me. I'm answering it. And see, before you make me forget what I was gonna say. Damn.
I'm listening. Go ahead. Did he molest you or not?
Okay, great. So, I did not change anything. I added to the story. I said I told about about the fake ID because I remembered it. You know, that's all I said. And then I closed it out with what I know is that Bambaataa has not done anything to any underage kids that I know about. That's why hold on. That's why I said Bambaataa, in my eyes, is not a pedophile. I stand on that.
Did he mess with you?
I said what I said. I did not change the part. What part you don't understand? Obviously, the answer is yes, stupid. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you in the world? I did not change nothing.
But you didn't say no. So you said
What?
you convinced Bambaataa he was 18 when you messed with him. So that's
Whoa,
why.
Hold on, you said something slick there. Hold on. Let's not squeeze all of that shit in behind the slick shit you just said. Now say that shit again, slow.
Whoa, snitch shit.
I know I said say that shit again. That's what I said.
You said you had a fake ID that said you were 18. Is that why you said when you were in a relationship with Bambaataa that he's not a pedophile? Or you said that
Okay. First of all, I wasn't in a relationship with Bambaataa. You know, so listen. So now we having clown talk. Okay, so listen. Let me get a puff. Since we having clown talk, I got you. Check how your interview's getting ready to go. And be on clown talk, right? I got you. Hold on. I gotta do puff pass. Yeah, man, talk your
I hope that's weed.
It is weed.
Okay, cool. All right. So all I asked was a simple question. They said that you were molested by him when you were 15.
Okay, stop. Yes, I did. Go.
All right, cool. Then they said basically that you had put it out that Bambaataa molested you.
Pause. Stop. Yes, I did.
Whoa. All right, that's enough of that for me.
What?
Now, Mr. Savage, I originally was not going to say anything, even do a video, but then you started to make it weird. And to his defense, he now says that he's only interested in women. But at 15 years old, you, in that last clip, admitted that you messed with him and that, from what the Guardian said, it was consensual. These are your words, not mine. So there's that. You are what's called the linchpin to everything. You're the one who basically came out and said I was 15 and he messed with me. But then you said it was consensual. What actually happened, to be fair, I really don't care. If that man was under the guise that you actually were an adult, I can't get mad at two men consenting to what they're doing. It's just what it is. Now, for you to go off on the deep end and start to make it weird and all that, I had to get off the freaking internet with you, because at the end of the day, like I told you, this ain't even on my main channel. This is on my smaller channel. It's actually my second biggest channel, so it's not the smallest channel. But either way that go, Mr. Savage, I actually hope that you get some type of mental health, because to me, it's clear something is wrong with you. And I swear to you, I'm not being funny. In all candor, I really hope you get the help that you need, because I'm going to be fair, square, obvious, and honest. Something is off. Like, for real, for real. Something is actually off with you. And I want to know exactly what people can do for you, because you're 60 years old. You're 60. But you got 25 years ahead of the game on you. So, nah, I don't want to be your friend. I'm actually kind of disturbed that you would think that I would want to be your friend. No. As a man who understands that hurt people, I tend to stay away from people walking around with cast on. So, nah, Mr. Savage, I'm highly disinterested in being your friend. But I am praying and hoping that you seek some type of mental health, and the irregular endorphins that you are bombarding your brain with, I hope you get rid of that too, man. I hope what you were smoking was that. But if you are smoking that stuff, like I said, the irregular endorphins are messing with your brain, because you definitely were off in that quote unquote interview that we just did. Now, do I want any static with you? No. Will I make another video about you? Actually, no, I won't. I don't need that type of energy around me. When it comes to men land with men, men land with women, women land with women, whatever it is, I don't really even make content on that. But as far as this one goes, because of how disrespectful you were, how weird you were, how prudish you were, how much guile you operated in, it'd be hard for me not to say, bruh, get some help. For real. Trying to befriend a 35-year-old is not going to work. Just going to be fair, square, obvious, and honest. I don't want to be a friend. I don't want to be cool with you. I don't want anything. And when you said lawsuit stuff, and I had to basically let you know, here's what's called a cited source. What you do is you sue the cited source. First, you go discover if the cited source is accurate. That's what you do first. You do that. So if I say I got this from this source right here, that's what you go after first. Then you issue to me basically the recantment in the story from the cited source, and then it's on me to actually fix that. And then if I don't fix that, then you can go ahead and sue. But as it stands right now, Lucy, you got some explaining to do. Because boy, oh boy, you said that you slept with that man. Well, you didn't say that. You basically said that whatever y'all did with each other, or whatever he did to you, whatever you did to him, was consensual. We give Hassan Campbell a lot of flack, but at least he's open and honest about him messing with Bambaataa when he was allegedly the age you were. So it seems as though you're a preference. Whatever about Zulu Nation, I'm going to be fair, square, obvious, and honest. I don't care. I don't know who they are. I don't know where they operate. I don't know anything about them, and I don't want to know anything about them. But when you threaten to come and basically beat me up and all this stuff, man, listen, talking about I can make you disappear in 2.5 seconds. Go to my Instagram and you're going to find out real quick what y'all got in New York can't compare to what I got down south, homie. And if you know, you know. So all I'm going to tell you is this, old young man wannabe. Please get some help. That man took away your innocence, even though you were 15 trying to act like an adult. Can I fully get mad? No, I can't. Can I sit up here and condemn him? Technically, no, I can't if he's operating under the guise that, bro, you were 18. A 22-year-old messing with an 18-year-old is not far-fetched. Wouldn't necessarily be my cup of tea. When I was 22, I wouldn't mess with no 18-year-old girl at all. Well, I can't say at all because there was some bad ones. I take that back. Nah, there was a bad one out there. But yeah, she would have had to been out of this world. And I'm assuming that's what Bambaataa thought about you, that you were out of this world. Subscribe, turn on the bell, stay notified, hit that like button like you like something. Y'all let me know y'all comments on this one, man. Am I tripping? Is he tripping? Did he forget? Did he get fooled by Bambaataa? What's your take on this? Just curious.